What'll it be? Normally I'd tell you to try the Cutlass quiche. Because those tasteless thieves stole my pots and pans.
No one is going to recognize this as a pirate settlement without any plunder. Oh, we do. But it's high time we collected more. Oh, Mr. Heron was looking for something specific. I'm not so picky. Oh, if we're lucky, you'll find more than just artifacts.
Ever since Shattered Mountain erupted, it feels like the corrupted are breathing down our necks. Tremors have been originating from a corrupted mining camp in Achen's Pass. The corrupted are up to something.
Never thought I'd say this, but it's just too quiet around here, you know? It reminds me of my time in Restless Shore when I befriended an alligator. Here, though, I feel so... alone. Oh, sure, there's the sound of nature all around us, but I long for something more, like the sound of my wife's voice. Traveling through swamps keeps me away from home more often than I would have liked. I find I miss her. When last we spoke, Jocelyn was furious about my job taking me away from her so often. Said if she wanted to be alone, she would have stayed that way. She went off in a huff to Castaway Colony. I haven't seen her since.
Let's see. That's them. Our quartermaster has quite the sweet tooth, though she'd never admit it. I tell you, it's a relief to have my pots and pans back. Not yet. Funny you should ask. I left my cookbook behind.
You didn't see Jocelyn? But I was certain she'd be among the colony. Oh, I remember her voice as if it was yesterday. I'm going to Castaway Colony, and don't you try to follow me with your swamp-walking ways. She always did like chatting to the lost. Said they were great listeners. Well, she must have gotten tired of them and left. I wonder where she took off to. Guess we'll have to keep looking. Since Jocelyn wasn't at the colony, I have another idea of where she might have gone to. She had some relatives in the area she might be visiting who were always ready to lend a sympathetic ear. Seems everyone knows someone who lives or lived at Flatfish Fishery. I'm certain Jocelyn would have gone there to her family, especially since she talked so much her teeth were starting to fall out.
So, you found me. It was bound to happen sometime. I no longer have my bells if you've come to hear them ring. Huh. So you haven't heard of me. You must be new around here, and new to Eternum. Back in the day, before your grandparents were born, I used to patrol the bridges of Cutlass Keys and ring bells to warn of any trouble. I'm too old now to ring the bells, but I still worry about the bridges. Old habits die hard. Since you're here, would you check on the old fort bridge for me? It's not far. I'm just worried it's been overrun by alligators. So, what did you find? Was there any need to ring out the bells? Has the bridge fallen into disrepair? Or worse, become so infested with alligators that no one could use it? Only a few alligators. And you took care of them? I honestly hadn't expected it to be in such good shape. I'm glad you've made the old fort bridge safe for travel. It does my old heart good. You've got a youthful spring in your step, and seem to have energy to spare. Not like me. I'd appreciate it if you could check on one more bridge for me. It's been a while, and I'd like to know how it's holding up. It's from Flatfish Fishery over to the fort. We called it the Flatfish Bridge back when the fishery ran a bustling business. I've heard the fishery has been overrun by Lost, which isn't a good sign for the bridge. I need you to check on Flatfish Bridge and make sure it can still be traveled, that the bridge is in good shape, and that it isn't broken down or overrun by alligators or scavengers.
Hello again. Now, I have it on good authority that there is a real pirate treasure nearby. And I know it's nearby because I've got this map. Isn't that exciting? You know, I could use a partner to help me search. What do you say? The treasure. But really, I need help searching the aftersteps. The treasure is there, somewhere. I admit, I haven't been able to find it. But I have a feeling about you. Surely you'll be able to bring the treasure back. Ah, it was brought here by the pirate Thompson the Tireless. He was fond of taking cargo from rich merchant ships, and he was quite clever in hiding his treasure. Even his old crew couldn't find it without a map. Is it? It's just a handful of doubloons. Where's the rest of the treasure? The notes that came with the map indicated there should be a chest filled with riches beyond our wildest dreams. Not some scraps of silver, but... Oh no. Could it be that my old partner used his half of the map to find the treasure first? I bet he did. Damn him! I should have known he couldn't be trusted. And to think we were once friends. Oh, I'm so mad. I can't believe Mr. Broadbent cheated me out of my half of the treasure. Our half. Oh, I should have seen it. That old sailor didn't just want to find pirate treasure. He wanted to be a pirate. I'm going after him. No. Wait. I have a better idea. Would you search for him? You were so good tracking down the treasure from the map. If anyone can find him, you can. He couldn't have taken the treasure on his own. He was always admiring those pirates on the fringes of Cutlass Keys, to the south and southwest. Maybe start looking in the Condemned Shallows. They might be able to give you clues to where he went or who helped him.
Have you noticed how all the animals that come to Eternum seem to go wild? Even those that had been tamed. I've been studying the animals in Cutlass Keys for quite a while now, and I think I know how to tame them again. I have a way with animals. I can feel what they feel, know what they know. I can get into their heads and see the world through their eyes. But sometimes, I need more. I need parts of the animals to understand them. Oh, yes, indeed. I would invite you to join me in this enterprise. I'd very much like to study this region's wildcats and alligators more closely. If you can bring me some scales and claws, that is.
Excellent work! And honor anyone, as long as you're in Cutlass Keys.
Thank you for silencing the hillside. Now we can sleep at night. Yes, it's strange. They used to have less initiative. A solid night's sleep is one thing. Yes, and it reminds me. Better plans.
So this is all you could find? Just these teeth? You didn't find Jocelyn? And where did you find them? All in one place? Scattered. But how did they get there? Did she visit every house? I didn't know she had that many relatives at the fishery. Thanks for recovering these. I guess having a little bit of her is better than nothing. I've been mapping where you found all those teeth, and I think I know where my wife is. The trail leads deep into the swamp, deeper than I'd expect Jocelyn to go, given how much she hated my job. More like I have a strong suspicion. I don't think she'll want to speak to me, not after our last argument. You've already done so much, I hate to ask for another favor, but would you talk to Jocelyn for me? Please, just ask her if she has forgiven me yet, and if she wants to come back home. Go deep into the swamp at Flatfish Fishery, and tell Jocelyn I'm ready to listen.
so. How was Flatfish Bridge? As bad as I'd feared? Has it disintegrated from disuse, leaving nothing but pylons as reminders of where it once stood? But the bridge was still standing. That's something. It was good of you to go there and clear them off. Though I'm sure more will come back. They always do. It was a never-ending job patrolling the bridges. There are other bridges I spent time patrolling in Cutlass Keys. Bridges located in places far more dangerous than the salt marshes. I don't like to think about those bridges much anymore. Over by Cayo de la Muerte, that cursed island. More than one fool has lost their way, and themselves over there. I would know. I was one of them. And it has brought nothing but regrets. The Salt Shore Bridge. It goes from Rubble Shore south to that loathsome pirate stronghold. I'm sure those thieving pirates have decided to take the bridge for themselves. They always wanted to.
As long as you're traveling about, I could use your help. You might have come across my old ship in your travels. Ah, she was a fine thing in her day. Not too seaworthy anymore, though. We called her the Storm Petrel. She's beached in the condemned shallows. I've been meaning to go back and reclaim my sextant from her. However, some of the old crew are a bit too attached to her. They guard her jealously, and won't let me take what was mine. I used my sextant to chart the safest course for the Storm Petrel. I thought I wouldn't need it once I was set ashore, but I miss having it in hand. There are still stars here. I'd like to use it to chart the skies. You did it. That's my old sextant. Looking no worse for wear being away from me. I guess my old crew really did take care of our ship, and all that was on it. Though even they can't halt the course of time. I'll look at the stars with new eyes. Ah, this really brings back memories. Like the time the Storm Petrel lived up to her name. We sailed through a fearsome storm, and I used the smallest sliver of sky to guide us along. There's nothing I can't chart with my sextant. Though it wasn't the only device I needed for my job. I had a wonderful mariner's astrolabe, the finest you ever did see. My granddad had used it, back when he sailed. I was scouting out the ship Nizam's foresight. I was hoping to find an intact dinghy so I could sail out and get a better view of the stars. But when I got there, all it had was some withered who decided to rob me. I couldn't let them have my astrolabe. I stashed it in the chest and Nizam's foresight, then ran the other direction to lead them away from it. I regret leaving it behind. I must have it back. Would you recover it for me? that astrolabe is a sight for sore eyes. Just look at the way it moves smoothly with no sand in it. They don't make these like they used to. In fact, I'm not sure anyone on Eternum really makes them the old way. I have my sextant for charting the skies at night, and my astrolabe for charting the seas during the day. I figure I can use these to chart the tides and the constellations. That reminds me, there's one more thing I need. That's my old sea charts. Over 20 years of work went into those, before I ever reached the shores of this cursed island. And once I landed, well, I kept them around to remind me of the past. Until they were stolen. Well, some of my old crew left the condemned shallows, joining up with the worm-sworn pirates. They knew I was charting the tides, and mistakenly thought I was trying to find a way off the island. Those poor fools stole my sea chart. I heard they took the charts to one of their bases, an old ship by the name of Siren's Magnificence. Those thieves have stashed it away from prying eyes in a chest, likely because they couldn't read it.
Oh, you've got my cookbook! I love to cook up a feast, but we're lacking supplies.
Did you find Jocelyn? You don't look like you have good news. What's this? Her diary. It looks thick enough to be a memoir. There must be 600 pages in here. This is all so much. What happened?
Ugh, that Swampy. Always winning the annual Cutlass Keys cook-off. It is a tragedy to those of us with refined tastes. He does. It is most unfair. In the past, Swampy didn't always win the cooking competition. Junior used to win every year. She was known for her superb cookies, thanks to an old family recipe. We'd bake them together. Junior became corrupted and left me. I miss her. But I miss her baking more. Those cookies were something else. You know, if you bring back Junior's cookie recipe, I can finally put Swampy in his place.
These are wonderful! Just what I was looking for. I have a feeling I'm getting closer. Can you imagine having a tame wildcat helping you hunt? Or an alligator keeping the lost away from your home? Not yet, but soon. Imagine an entire army of alligators cleansing the corrupted from their forts. While you were away, I remembered there's another beast here in Cutlass Keys that, to think of taming it, well, it could make me one of the most famous people on Eternum. A lion. Not just any lion either, but the legendary Snaggletooth, who lives across the marsh. Snaggletooth Burrow. Hunt him down and bring me back his famed Snaggletooth. Then I might be able to understand how he commands such respect from the other lions.
Now that's more like it. Look at all that gold! And you even recovered the chest to store it all. Oh, you're the best treasure hunting partner. Way better than Broadbin ever was. I can't thank you enough. All this treasure will help me set up a house I can use as a base for more treasure hunting. Now the question is where to buy one. I could purchase one here, but I've heard Reekwater is also full of pirate treasure.
Will you look at that? My old charts are still legible. The sea hasn't ruined them yet, and neither of those wretched withered. I've been longing to write down what I've seen with my sextant and astrolabe. They aren't. They're perfect for taking my notations. I cannot thank you enough. If you are ever headed this way again, look me up, will you? You've brought me more hope than I dared dream.
So tell me, what did you find at the bridge? Was it still standing? It hadn't been burned to the ground? And what of the pirates? Were they extracting tolls for its use? But it's not on fire. That's a small miracle. At least the bridge is still standing. But with all those pirates, no one will use that bridge. Not anymore. You've been a big help, clearing them all out. In the past, I did some things I'm not proud of. Things I long to forget. Those pirates. You spend enough time fighting them, and you start to learn their tactics. Start to think like them. Start to become them. A long time ago, I took a bribe from the Wormswarm pirates to abandon my post. I was so tired of fighting all the time. I thought, a nice bribe, take a break for a week, then go back on patrol. It didn't work out that way. A week turned into a month turned into a year. Then I just stopped patrolling altogether. I never went back to Stone Skull Crossing. I couldn't face what I'd become. What they'd made me. Could you check it out?
plans are a thing of beauty. They were there when the corrupted attacked the fort originally. Not everyone made it.
The settlement is starting to prosper, thanks to your hard work. We could always use more items to sell. His notes say Malocchio's spire wasn't part of his excavation.
So this is the snaggle-tooth of that famed lion. Wonderful work! Now, while you were gone, I have made some progress studying the wildcat claws and alligator scales. Eternum amplifies their predatory instincts far beyond what one would expect. I have a suspicion it is related to how nothing truly dies here. Coming back time and again has increased their aggression and made them feral. Sadly, this means the alligators are far too dangerous to tame. But the wildcats looked promising. While I study Snaggletooth's tooth, I need more materials from other felines in the area. This time, I need you to seek out the elusive island leopards. Bring me back some of their whiskers. By studying the sensitive whiskers, I hope to gain insights on how to calm the leopards, and perhaps other felines. Search throughout the balmy veldt for island leopards. They are often found away from any settlements as they enjoy their privacy.
Magnificent! Creekwater's another settlement filled with pirates.
Heard anything interesting lately?
Do you know about the touched coin? Sadly, not a lot.
You've really helped the captain out. It seems that way. There are some theories that say the corrupted avoid wandering spirits.
You deserve this more than I ever did. It's the bribe the Wormsworn pirates paid me to stop my patrols. By visiting all of those bridges, you've helped to remove the stain upon my name. You've done more to earn this than I ever did.
These samples are perfect! I can really feel their calming presence. We are making progress, but we still seem to be missing an important element. If I knew that, I would be taming animals already! Oh, studying the tooth hasn't brought me any closer to figuring it out. So I've been thinking. There is one group on Eternum that seems to have mastered taming animals. One group who has the element we are missing. The corrupted. Have you seen how they have dogs which do their bidding up at Fort Ramos? I must find out how they do it. I think it has something to do with the colors and leashes they use. Bring some back so I can study how they are made.
thank you for bringing these samples back. Hopefully soon.
Oh, so the rumors are true.
It's a matter of perspective.
I should have listened. We had an arrangement. They became lost and went back on their word.
I'm really thankful for those samples you brought. I think I've created a way to slow the spread of corruption. Oh, it is. No doubt about it. But it needs to be done.
Rosina won't leave things well enough alone. Well, bad luck followed a touched coin like seagulls follow a ship. I can't help thinking it attracted Benjamin. Oh, yeah. And I'm not surprised they didn't tell Rosina.
Oh, just look at those ingredients. I forgot the delicate sweetness of those honey-soaked figs. Oh, I can taste victory already. That they do. With this recipe as a base, I shall create so many delicious dishes. And the memory of Junior's fine baking skills will live on. Thank you for your aid.
They are all in place. Excellent work. I plan on it.
These are of a good, strong make and a solid design. I can see how this would help. But there is something about them that feels wrong. Something slimy that worms its way into you the longer you hold them. Psh, no! To use these would be wrong. They are tainted by corruption. Given enough time, I think I could design something better. Now that I know the secret of taming, there is one thing left to do. Find the perfect pet. I have a list here of all the traits I'm looking for. Sturdy, beautiful pelt, keeps my feet warm at night, eats anything, delicious when cooked just in case it goes feral and things don't work out. Oh, of course not. You just need to know that you have to go out and collect boar bristles. It's the only way I can be sure I'm right.
footwork. This is our true treasure.
I can sense already that this will be the key. I'll have to study these materials, but I feel confident. We'll be taming beasts right and left within a few seasons. Someday soon, we'll probably all have pets.